All right, thank you so much for being here today. We have 4 very exciting things this year. As you guys saw the book laying on the table, there's a lot going on at the shipyard. We have 18 boats currently in the build, and these 4 are just in addition to already a very extensive, exciting stuff that is happening. But I am not going to give you all the details. I just wanted to introduce the founder and CEO of Bering Yachts, Alexei and Rico, and he's going to give you a full rundown of the projects that we are introducing at this show.
Hello everybody, and thank you for coming. I will make 3 introductions today. The first one is a Bering 105, just recently developed, and it's an evolution of our most popular model of Bering 88. We have 5 under construction. So after summarizing of what we can achieve with Bering 88, how we can amplify the greatness of this boat, we come up with the boat, which is distinctively 32 meters. It's 105. It's a new class, and we added 6 meters, 18 foot of length without giving anything to a beam, because the Bering 88 is beamy to begin with. It's almost 28 feet of beam. We leave the same living spaces. We just gave 3 feet for each deck of the living space, because it's already enormous. The 88 had 240 gross tons of volume, and this boat is just 320 or 3 something, a little bit over 300. However, we relaxed the engine room, and now it's accommodating the hybrid of any kind, because it's dedicated electrical room, and the engine room is moved from the living quarters, so it's under the open deck, so it's further minimize any sound you may have. And we have a spacious beach club, which is about 300 square feet, and it's a proper beach club, or it could be turned into lazarette. We got additional space for the toys, or you can have a real pool, not a small hot tub, but pool for like 10-12 people. So it's very versatile. It's still an expedition boat to the bone, but it can accommodate much more for charter activities. Can carry much more toys, can carry much more equipment which dedicated for pleasure. And for 8 guests and 5 to 7 crew, you have an option to have 7 crew in this boat, or 5 crew, or 3 crew if it's owner operated with some assistance. But still, it's a big boat that needs some crew, and still possible to operate by owner in most cases. The range of this boat, same as Bering 88, close to 6,000-7,000 miles. Can go anywhere. It's very robust, 10 millimeter of steel, same properties, but another step up, and it's distinctively in the class of 32 meter boats. It's a super yacht. It's available with the charter, commercial charter class, or without, as a pleasure boat. But I think it's for our line of boat, it's a perfect spot, because we had under 24 meters, 240 gross tons, and then we have a jump to 500 GT, 120, 125, 145. It's a 500 GT boats. So, and we fill the gap in the middle, so it's somewhere in the middle. I think it's a great addition to our line. We have 4 boats under negotiations right now of this particular model. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say about Bering 105. The next is our lines of catamaran. Last year we introduced Bering 60, the first boat of our new edition, aluminum cats. I want to say in general about this family. So we realize that, you know, catamaran people and monohull people are distinctively different species. They very rarely shift from one to another. So, and we decide that we would like to look into cats, and we find out that there is no production metal cuts of the size under 24 meters, which can consider to be exploration cats. So we use the same approach we use in Bering. It's solid, robust, capable, transatlantic range, and we come up with a line of the cats, started with 60, 70, and the largest one is 80. It's a tri-decker. That's a big development for Bering in the last year. We learn a lot. It's a different creatures, but I think we achieved the same concept in multi-hull solution. And interiors are very important, and I would like to introduce Carla. We're working continuously. I think it's her fourth project with Bering, and she's doing Catamaran 80 for US customer. She will say a few words about interiors and concept of this probably.
Yeah. We are trying to make it like a completely different way to see the interior. The clients are, I think, very nice, and they want to do something very cool as well. And then we are still working in the concept to bring something, but the idea is to the Catamaran 8 to be a completely different way to see the space of the catamarans. And well, we are super happy to work together with Bering. We are like on the fourth already construction. The quality is incredible. Everything that we want to create, they are doing that. And it's like, for us as a designer, is a very nice way to do something different. And I believe when Ken send the renderings and you see what we are doing, it will be very amazing.
Yeah, this is this year edition, and in contradiction with our core models, like largest 145, the model you can see here, Explorer to the Bone, we've sensed the growing demand for less rugged boats, with more open space, but yet explorers, capable, versatile, and we come up with this model 165, which we developed together with Valentin Studio from Switzerland. And this is a good example of, I would call it Mediterranean style explorer.
Welcome to the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show 2024. We have completed our second day.
Perfect day.
Is it second day? Yes.
Yeah, second day. Perfect day.
Perfect day. We've been extremely busy, and we finally got away and actually were able to record this video with you guys. And we have some frequently asked questions from our Americas territory, which I would like to ask Alexei, ask you, and then answer it for everybody watching.
Let's do it.
The most asked question at the moment for us is, where can I see a Bering? And when I explain that it would be advisable to go to Antalya because we have a lot of boats in the build, the second question comes in, is it safe to travel to Turkey to Antalya?
Okay. Yes, definitely the shipyard, where we have 17 or 18 boats right now, and the construction is good place to see the boats at different stage from just welding to 99% completion. And also we have several boats in the water, and sea trial could be arranged for serious customers. Is it safe? The Antalya turnover is close to 20 million passengers airport turnover.
Oh wow!
20 million. It's a tourist mecca.
Yeah.
It's a 3 million people city, which is dedicated to tourism.
Yes.
And some agriculture.
Yeah, and I mean, for Europeans, it's a very known destination. I think for Americans, it's still a little bit exotic. So that's the reason I guess we're getting this question.
Yeah, and it's not, it's a first-class hotels. You have golf courses there, and actually most popular kind of tourism now is medical tourism. People from all Europe coming for dental, coming for different procedures, medical procedures, You know, it's actually very advanced.
Yeah.
Not question of danger. No, it's not dangerous. It's absolutely safe at any time of the day. It's safer than New York. It's safer than, I would say, many American cities.
Sometimes people don't really understand, are we a Turkish company? Are we a US company? Are we a Bulgarian company? You want to maybe just quickly explain what the structure of the business is?
You know, as many companies nowadays, we're global.
Yes.
Because you're building where it's efficient, and today it's maybe like it used to be China.
Yeah.
You remember we started in China.
Yes.
And then we get to a certain limitation of the quality and complexity there, so we move to more advanced environment, which is Turkey. And so maybe next day it will be some other country. So we establishing the business where it's most efficient and where we can achieve the quality we desire, and cost is very important. We're in competition with many other builders. Yes, we're US company. All the marketing, all the company initiated and established here in 2007.
Yep. Oh wow.
So,
that's actually a long time ago.
Yes, and
Almost 10 years.
Yes. Oh, almost
Getting
10
there,
years.
getting
Come
there.
on.
We were almost
We're
25.
already 17 now.
Yeah.
So, and our sales force is here, our office here in
I know.
Florida, you know. So, as far as I'm concerned, we are a U.S. company with facilities in Bulgaria and Turkey.
Yep.
That's how many companies set up here. Production is outsourced.
Do I have to go to Turkey to sign a contract? Or do I have to go to Turkey to pick my interiors? Do I have to go to Turkey, period, until the boat is completed?
I would say no, because, you know, for me, if I would be buying a boat, sea trial is quite important.
Yes.
Other than that, I think we inform our audience and our customers how we build and our procedures and everything, and we have tons of videos and photos of build process. And the answer is no, you don't have to go. It would be useful to go to comprehend and see and appreciate the boat you will be building. However, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
With the office here in Miami, we have a full set of interior materials, catalogs, and consultants who can walk through the process, beginning from a legal side with the contract, down to the spec, down to the design of interiors.
Yes.
So everything could be done without leaving Miami office.
Well, and actually wanted to add something to this, because beginning next year, we will have boats in the proximity of the US, including ours, of course.
Yeah, next year things will be changed.
So it will help a lot in terms of sea trials, in terms of actually getting on board of a vessel,
Exactly.
and help the decision process. Obviously, because of that, it makes it a lot easier. So it will be easier in the future, even more than it's already.
So we're gonna chat interior today, which is a really exciting subject, a lot of interesting stuff to talk about, and fill you in on how this works with interiors. So Carla, how many boats you've done with Berings now?
Well, this is the fourth one that we started now.
And this is a big one.
This is the big one, and it's a different one.
Yeah, it's a BC-80, the big monster catamaran that we have. Lots of GT.
Exactly, a lot of big space that is completely different from the other models that we are doing.
Yeah. It's your first cat, right?
Yes.
So is it exciting, challenging? What do you think so far?
It's both excited, a challenge, but I think it's something that I like because I'm always learning. Completely different way to think, and you need to like step on and understand how, of course, that the team of Bering is helping all the time and giving all the support. But it's something that I can learn a lot. You know, this is why I love to do something different.
One of the questions that people always ask is kind of like, is there a difference between an expedition yacht interior design and, let's just say, a yacht, a coastal cruiser kind of design?
I think the use is that make the difference, because of course if you were in an expedition and you need to pass much more time inside of the boat, we need more storage, we need more closet, because you need to stay more at the yacht than sometimes just a boat that you go around in the weekends and you don't need to leave to bring a lot of stuff with you.
Yeah.
And this is what makes the difference when we are designing both. This I think is the biggest difference, that you need to think in how to accommodate a long trip instead of just like a weekend.
Yeah.
That you go around and then you come back and you can have everything on shore, and instead maybe you don't have anything around you and you need to buy everything and storage all the food, and then you need to
So
think
storage really becomes
Exactly.
a big thing. So people
Yeah.
actually understand why I have such an obsession with storage, because if you really want to go cruising.
Of course.
But on the bigger scale of the big boats, like super yacht to super yacht kind of, if we're comparing if they're expedition or not, it's not nearly as much difference. But when you get under 24 meters, right?
Exactly.
Because you design a lot of big boats.
Yeah. Well, the big boats maybe we can use for other kind of situation, like scientific, and then of course it is different for the normal super yachts. But of course the small ones is the one that you really feel the difference, because the 24 meters, the beam is much bigger, and you need more space, and then you really need to work on the detail to have that like prepared for 2 months that you will away and you don't have
Completely remote.
Exactly, yeah.
Another question, and this is actually coming quite a lot. Is there any built financing available? And let me just quickly elaborate a little bit why the questions comes a lot for those of you which are watching. Once a boat is completed, there are conventional boat loans available. 20 years, 25 years. It's almost like a house loan.
Yes.
Usually for semi-custom boat builds, the production time is where it's kind of tricky to get financing. So we get this question all the time, if there's any built financing available.
Like, it's very unusual. I think we built one boat with the builder financing, and it's been arranged by third party.
Okay.
So we can recommend some companies which will help to do it, and it's very important the jurisdiction of the customer, because it's have to be local company, and some other assets have to be pledged. As well as the boat under construction.
Of course,
So,
makes sense. So some
Yeah.
security, some collateral has to be
correct.
there. Yeah.
Yes, and I would say it's rather unusual for our segment of the boats, because usually people have assets to buy it outright.
Yeah. How does Bering deal with warranty for US and Canadian clients if the boats are actually happening to be over here, not in the Mediterranean?
Our boats are everywhere, and things happening
As they should.
as they should in most unexpected and unfavorable situations. So it's same. We the customer contacting our after sale department, and we sort out the problem. A lot of issues could be troubleshoot nowadays through the internet. So the manufacturer have an access to the equipment, at least can find the reason what happened, the nature of the alarm, maybe way to reset it remotely. This is the first approach. If something needs to be done, we can organize it at the location. At most popular location, we have a good connection with reliable providers of service of different kinds, from electrical, paint, mechanical, upholstery. So, and or if we don't have, we quickly can find someone, deal with them, provide them with drawings necessary, so the customer is free of this difficult process of allocate someone.
And to do the research, pretty much.
To do the research and then to get quotation, because we have to see and approve this quotation if it's reasonable. After the warranty period, we can do it on behalf of the customer for certain fee. So it's like extended warranty.
Like a concierge service almost, you know, like an additional concierge service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's easier, and especially if we manage the boat, then it's in scope of our service.
Of course.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Quickly wanted to add on to that, actually, in terms of warranty. When I have conversations with clients and they ask me about the warranty period, and I tell them it's 2 years, they're positively surprised. Because apparently there's a lot of other boat builders that only give 1 year warranty.
That's right.
What did you enjoy the most about building our boat, designing our boat? Say working with us, right?
Exactly. Because we became friends and it was super cool. But I think the experience that you guys have to visiting all the boats and to see, and you know what you want, and transform this in a beautiful way, because of course it's hard, because you know what you want. It's not just...
You can be honest. You can say my NBBL list drove you crazy. You can say it.
Yeah, it's true, but it's this type of challenges where we really know and when really learn something. Do you know?
Do you feel like you've implemented anything from working with us, with our massive list and all these weird quirks of kind of a crew perspective? Do you feel like you've implemented anything into the further expedition builds?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of like little details. I cannot remember exactly which one, but when you were doing other projects and then remember that this, or if we had some issue, then you remember, we remember that this was not working there, it's the learning process. I think this is very, very, if you have a client that never had a boat and we just design a beautiful boat, after they will use, then they will
learn, they will have the practical thoughts later on the next one.
Exactly, this could be better, but unfortunately we didn't thought about.
Well, I've learned working with you that actually you can have things practical and still beautiful. I know like one of the biggest things for me I'm going to share was like our island, technically the part of the galley, which was a challenge to make it nice. The amount of storage and still have this beautiful element. What do you call that?
Like a panel in the front of the island. Statement piece.
And you did it. Like it was a challenge, and we just combined, put our brains together, and we did it. And I've learned that that it's possible. So I'm very, very grateful to you for that experience.
If you want storage, you will have a box, you know, and the box is not designed. And if you start to put like round elements, you are losing space actually. Yeah. But this is what make the design like creating.
So it's that perfect balance.
Exactly. It's a balance.
It's always balancing the practicality
and 2 Libras.
Yeah, that's that. The Libra thing was difficult. Well, thank you so much for this chat. I hope this was interesting for you guys, and let us know in the comments what other questions you have for interior design, anything you want to learn in the expedition yacht space. Put in the comments, and we will see if we can bring Carla back and help answer those. And see you on the next one.
Bye.